Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we have a guest.
Hey!
This is my sister Michaela, and today we are doing Disney theories and Easter eggs. So, let's get started. Okay. Okay, the first theory.
The first theory is The Little Mermaid and Tangled and Frozen in one. So the basic idea is that Elsa and Anna's parents go to Rapunzel's wedding, and this is their death at sea. So the ship that Elsa and Anna's parents went on is at the bottom of the ocean in The Little Mermaid. And the exact connection between Tangled and Frozen is that Rapunzel and Flynn are at at Elsa's coronation day, and you can clearly see it on the bridge as they walk to the entrance of the gates for the castle.
That is very true. Okay, the next one is Frozen and Tangled. So this is like when Elsa and Anna's parents live. So basically when they go to leave to wherever they were going on the ship, they get stranded on the island where Tarzan is, and there's like the pictures and stuff that they show the parents in the Tarzan movie, and they kind of look like Elsa and Anna's parents. So that was the kind of thing. So they lived basically and then had a kid who was Tarzan, and then they died later by the cheetah.
Okay, so the next one is between Tarzan and Beauty and the Beast. So we say that Jane is the granddaughter of Belle and the Beast, and this explains like her interest in Tarzan, who's like the Beast like character, because they're so similar. Like they act both like an animal. And the teapots at the campsite, when they first show her with everyone else, you could tell that she has a fascination with the teapots, as did Belle and the Beast and Beauty and the Beast.
And they kind of look similar too.
Because the yellow dresses that they both have.
And then Toy Story 3 and Toy Story. This is when Andy's mom, we don't know her name or not, but in the first Toy Story they like show a preview, or not a preview, like a flashback of Jessie when she was a little kid. Not when she was a kid, she's not, but when she had the little kid named Emily, and like on her bed there was like a hat that was like red and had like a white trim. But in Toy Story, I think the first Toy Story, they showed like the young Andy, and he had the same hat that was on the bed when Emily was a kid. So that's like kind of connected. Like we kind of think that Emily is Andy's mom, and kind of look the same. Like they look similar when she was a child to when she's an adult. So that's another one. And then there's a Star Wars reference in every single Toy Story movie. The first one, this is like a lot of information, but the first one, Zurg resembles Darth Vader in his breathing, like the way he talks is kind of similar to Darth Vader if you've seen the Star Wars movies. Zurg has a weapon to destroy the planet, and in the Star Wars movie, actually there's the quote from Toy Story 1, "Right now, poised at the end of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg has secretly been building a weapon with a destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet." And in the Star Wars movie, Darth Vader is making the weapon to destroy the Death Star. And so he said that he has like the plans to stop the weapon. So Buzz is basically R2-D2 in the Star Wars because he knows the secret to destroy the weapon. So that was like an interesting one. And then in Toy Story 2, when Zurg and Buzz have a huge like scene, the fight scene, Darth Vader and Luke, like they did in Star Wars, you know, he says, "Luke, I am your father." Well, in Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear, the second one that's like the weird other Buzz Lightyear that's in the movie, he says he accuses Zurg of killing his father, and he says, "No, Buzz, I am your father." So that's basically what he said in Star Wars. I know, right? And then he's like, "No, like Luke did," and like all this stuff. So it's basically the same thing. And then in Toy Story 3, Lotso is Emperor Palpatine. I think that's how you say his name. But in the original Star Wars movie, I think it was Return of the Jedi, they like have a fight scene kind of, and Darth Vader gets mad and like picks him up and throws him into the reactor and kills him. Basically what happened in Toy Story 3, same thing. Lotso was like the Emperor, and the big baby was Darth Vader, and the big baby killed Lotso in Toy Story 3, so that's basically the same thing too. So it's really, it's really, really freaky. So if you like didn't realize that, go back and watch Star Wars and watch Toy Story and be like, that's similar. It was really similar.
Little kids.
Yeah, I know, it's little kids, but it's a little crazy.
Okay, the next one is Up, and the whole movie is about Carl Frederick as he passes away. It's basically like his journey. And after he's told to move out of his home, he passes away in his sleep. So Russell, the little boy, is the guardian of Carl Frederick, and he helps him throughout the journey for the last badge, meaning heaven. Up is like the title Up is like making his way up to heaven, and like Paradise Falls is basically another name for heaven.
So that was really interesting. That's kind of a sad one. Like,
No.
he's already dead. I cried so much in that movie already, and then they brought that up, and I was like, dang. No.
Okay, the next one is The Little Mermaid and Peter Pan. We say that Ariel's mom is one of the mermaids from Peter Pan. It is shown in a picture where Peter Pan is standing on a rock and there's mermaids beneath him. There's one that looks like Ariel's mom, like directly like her as a younger version. And it is said to believe that she was killed by pirates. So, since Captain Hook is in Peter Pan, you could argue that Captain Hook's pirates were the ones who killed Ariel's mother. And then the next one we have is Tangled and Snow White. Mother Gothel and the Evil Queen are like the same people. When their true selves come out, like when they're older ladies, they look very similar.
Yeah.
But they both die in their own movies, so they may not be connected. But just the way they look and like the way they act could be like another parallel universe to each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next one we have is Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. So when, in the beginning of the movie, when she's like going through the town and like talking about her book and stuff, she's describing her favorite book as far off places, magic spells, sword fights, and a prince in disguise. And yeah, that's like basically Aladdin, because the far off places, they're in India, and that's kind of far off than the other places that they have in Disney. Magic spells, the genie is obviously using magic. Sword fights, Aladdin and those like giant goons with the huge swords were like doing stuff, and that's like a sword fight. And then the prince in disguise, when Genie grants Aladdin his wish to become a prince, he's like a prince in disguise because he's not really the prince.
He's a street rat.
He's a street rat, exactly. And then the last one is just like Aladdin, like they're in the post-apocalyptic Earth, basically.
Yeah.
It's like after Earth, I guess.
Yeah,
it's like there's some like weird stuff.
It's like the genie, the TV set with the neon lights, and his impressions, and
yeah, it's like the impressions that he has are like after all the Disney movies. So like, how can he be doing Pinocchio impressions if that was supposed to be before? It's just like a weird tangled one, and then like
in the beginning with the salesman and his technology and trying to sell like stuff. It's like really weird.
It's like
it doesn't
advanced.
Belong there.
Yeah, it's like really advanced. So it's like way in the future or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, those are all the Disney theories that we have come up with. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. A little Disney and Disney. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe.
It's lit.
It's lit, literally. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.